Hi guys! Welcome back to another informative video where we discuss things about saving, investing, stock market, and a lot of practical tips so you can use to improve your way of living. Today's video, I want to share with you my 7 money realizations. So overall na to, I'm 25 years old and I've learned a lot. Lalo na ngayong pandemic, marami tayong nare-realize, marami tayong naiisip na mga bagay-bagay. So that is something that I want to share with you. So if you also enjoy watching these types of contents, so subscribe ka na, di ba? Join the fam. So yun, let's start with my 7 money realizations. You know what? I feel like these types of content, ang sarap niyang chill kapag gabi. Kapag di ba gabi, ang dami mong naiisip. Ang dami mong minsan thoughts na gusto mo nang baguhin yung buhay mo or sarili mo kasi patulog ka na the next day. It's a brand new day for you to start a new venture or what, kung anong gusto mo sa buhay. Pero minsan, may mga times talaga na hindi natin masyadong naiisip yung mga gantong bagay. Pero now na nagka-pandemic, alam ko kung nanonood ka nito, baka we are also in the same place wherein ayaw mong dumating ka sa point na magsisisi ka or manghihinayang ka sa panahon na nasayang mo. So, these are my money realizations and siguro kung mas bata ka sa akin, sabi ko nga 25 ako, so siguro kung pa-start ka pa lang ng work mo, kaka-graduate mo pa lang, you might want to check these things because minsan masarap ding makinig sa experience ng iba. You can definitely learn from it. So yun, start na tayo. Okay, first things first, start on your emergency fund. Lagi ko itong sinasabi. I think it's only around 2018 na intindihan ko talaga yung meaning ng emergency fund. At first, I thought emergency fund is just your savings. May mga computation din pala dyan. But the simple computation that I always do, and what would I suggest for you is to take down your expense. Huwag kang magloloko. Lagay mo dyan yung totoo. Huwag mo kang mag-trim down. Kung ang ginagastos mo sa grocery is 7,000 dahil yun talaga, huwag kang magkunwari na ilagay mo dyan 4,000 or 5,000. When you build your emergency fund, make sure that you take note the right amount. Kung ano talaga yung amount na yun, maganda pa nga may buffer. And then you multiply that to 6 months because when you're still starting out and you wanna build your emergency fund, you can start with 3 months, 6 months. But ako, ang masasuggest ko, stretch mo na, 6 months mo na. Pagtas na 6 months, you move to 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. What I do, emergency fund is separate from my personal savings. It's also separate from the money that I use for leisure o kaya yung pagta-travel, yung mga pakain-kain sa labas. Magkakaiba sila. But for now that you're still building it, nandun ka pa lang sa first stage, you can start with just 3 to 6 months. 3 months, okay na yan. Build mo sunod 6 months. Hanggang sa gradually, nag-i-increase na yung emergency fund mo. Emergency fund is your expense. Just in case something happens, at least may paghuhugutan ka. Magre-resign, may nagkasakit sa family, may paghuhugutan ka. At hindi ma-affect yung current lifestyle mo or yung mga expense na meron ka. Hindi ka magka-cut down kasi nga well-prepared ka because you have your emergency fund. Napaka-importante yun. Ako, I heard it 3 years ago, pero naunawaan ko lang siya around 2019. So, medyo late, pero still we're building it. Yon. Second money realization would be to set a budget every cut-off. Dati wala akong budget every cut-off. I would just get 3,000 to 4,000. I realized that it's very important that you take note of your expense. So, it's a whole discipline. You cannot just wake up one day and you say, gusto ko na mag-budget ganyan. Dati nun, talagang hindi ako ganun. Hindi ako masystematic tao, hindi ako masulat na tao. But I trained myself to do it every day. Now, hindi na lang every cut-off. Minsan nga, every other day, nagbabudget ako. I don't know, I just got too addicted with managing my money and all. So, yun. Anyway, next would be to prioritize bills and loans. A lot of people would say, wag! Ang gawin mo, ipon muna. But I really don't agree with those. But if it's working for you, then go ahead. By all means, unahin mo na yung savings mo. But for me, in terms of my realizations for the past years, I have come into terms that I need to pay off my loans and bills first, and that's the time that I will save up. Kasi, iba kapag may utang ka. When I say utang, these are your credit card debts or yung mga loans mo. So, magandang on time ka. So, it won't hurt your credit score in a way. So, it's very important that you have your credit health checked every now and then. Pero kung hindi ka ganong klaseng tao, maybe you can try it for maybe a month or two. Tapos kung mag-work sa'yo, better. Ako, dati, lagi akong ipon muna bago expense. Sumasakit ang ulo ko. Kasi hindi talaga siya nangyayari. Hindi siya masyadong magandang setup or hindi ganun yung kaugalian na kakayanin dito sa Philippines. Kasi nga, iba yung thinking ng upbringing natin. Syempre, may mga family tayong pinoprovide and we cannot just get away with those because yun na yung culture, tradition. Pero kung ikaw, kaya mo siyang baliin para dun sa mga future generation or yung mga anak-anak mo na hindi mo na siya mangyayari, pwede. But my upbringing, hindi siya talaga kaya. So, ako, my money realization is that I always have to take away the money for the expenses, for the bills, for the loans, for credit card, etc. bago yun sa ipon. Ako lang naman yun. But definitely, kung ikaw kaya mo yung parang ipon muna at maganda yung family na meron ka, yung parents mo may trabaho pa, hindi pa sila retired, may pinagkakakitaan sila, siguro applicable sa'yo. Pero para sa aming mga panganay at mga nasa laylayan, hindi pa namin kaya yung ganon. So yun, there are a lot of people na very lucky, nakakainggit. Though jealousy is not a good trait, pero yung mga aspect na yun, lalo na kapag bunso, yung mga ganyan, ingit na ingit ako sa ganyan. Kasi ako panganay ako so medyo mas mahirap kapag panganay ka. Next, increase your passive income. I keep on saying this, kahit saan. Even though just a small online business, you resell stuff, you do things on a commission-based, may mga ganong mga resell ngayon, tas may mga sa insurances, you can do that. Ano ka, mga mission ka, kasi you cannot live off or you cannot fulfill the lifestyle that you want for yourself, your dreams and aspiration, if you just stick to a single income. You need to increase your income. Ganun talaga siya. And passive income is a way to go. Ito, what I'm doing now, this is a good way for me to start building a passive income on YouTube. Right? So yun. Next, maximize living with your parents to save more. I've been dying to live by myself because it feels so liberating at kasama siya sa bucket list ko. I feel like any 20-something-year-old girl or kahit mga lalaki, gusto nila yung ma-experience na mamuhay mag-isa. Pero I feel like it's more prevalent sa mga babae kasi nga parang ang sarap lang na mamuhay mag-isa. Yung ikaw lang yung iintindihin mo. I've been wanting that. Tinry ko siya once, but I would say na hindi siya kaya ng kinikita ko ng mga panahon na yun because I have to give and a lot money for my family and for myself. Mahirap siya. Mas tipid talaga kapag you live with your parents. So now, I just realized I'm just thankful that I get to spend time with them kasi mas tipid siya sa ulam, sa resources, everything. So, ako, yes, it's still in my plans, but definitely at the moment, dahil pandemic, mas makakaipon ka if you live with your parents. Yon. Next, your money should be spent on assets. Okay, I have a separate video on assets and liability. Assets, it's anything that gives you money, puts money in your pocket. Liability, ito yung mga bagay na naglalabas sa'yo ng pera. So, sometimes, there are things considered by some people as assets when in fact it's a liability. Say for example, I just bought my new car. Is it an asset or a liability? It is a liability at the moment because it's bringing out money from my pocket. Pero kung ipagrab ko siya, ipatracking ko siya, or may mga boundary, yung mga hihiramin pang boundary, or yung mga parang travel tours na gagamitin yung car, or yun, yung mga hailing apps, yun ang pinaka mabilis na example, pwede siyang makonsider as asset. But now that it's not in that category, na ginagamit siya to earn money at the moment, it's considered as a liability. So, may mga taong iniisip asset agad, no. The car that I have now, it's a liability. So, it's important that you take note and you know how to differentiate what's an asset and a liability. So, yun. Lastly, use credit cards more often. Ngayon ko na-realize, now ang dami ko ng miles and points talaga. Malaki din yung discount na nakukuha mo sa ibang mga merchant partner, especially kung naka-promo sila. Kung mag-credit card ka, I never thought that I'd fall in the idea of using credit cards. Of course, di ka naman mababaon sa utang eh. Basta alam mo yung prinsipyo at yung paniniwala kung paano, yung manner, kumbaga, ng paggamit ng credit card. That if you swipe it, kailangan, bago yung deadline niya, bayaran mo siya. Para hindi ka mabaon. And syempre, gamitin mo lang naaayo dun sa dapat talagang gastos. Hindi yung sobra-sobra. And now, grabe talaga. I have my Union Bank Get Go card. I'm so thankful I have that credit card kasi it earns points. Right now, parang nasa 40,000 or 50,000 na ata yung points ko sa Cebu Pacific. Kasi nga, it earns point. And ang kinanggandahan nun sa credit card ko, miles ang kanyang in-earn. So, ang dami ko ng free flights. It's just that because of COVID, hindi ako makaalis. Pero definitely next year, kasi our family is now vaccinated. So, pwede. Patigilan lang natin yung dumadaan. Alam mo, tuwing na lang mag-video ko, tsaka na lang laging may ingay, hirap na ako. Anyway, yon, as I was saying, credit card is something that I'm a bit, shocked ako kumbaga na ganun pala kaganda yung idea ng paggamit ng credit card. Ngayon, never akong lalabas ng may cash ako. Lahat credit card. And before ng due date ko, babayaran ko na siya agad. Isipin mo yon, yung points na na-earn ko. Sana hindi lang magsara ang Cebu Pacific. Please lang. Ayun. Those are my 7 money realizations. And I hope you learned something today. I'll upload more contents for you in the next coming days. See you guys. Bye!